Hey guys, it's Maymay, and today I'm going to introduce to you a service project that we are doing on Hide His Word in My Heart Facebook group, which if you're not familiar with that, I'll leave a link to it below. That is our scripture art journaling group that we do, and we're doing a little service project, and I know a lot of you guys, whether you do scripture art journal or not, love to send things to the troops. Now, I looked into several different opportunities for us to be able to get involved, to send things, and I couldn't find anything that was accepting what we probably will be sending right now at the time. So Brittany contacted me and told me about a program that she does. And what they do is she has two different programs she works with. One of them, she sends cards to the troops, so we'll be able to, like, cards actually for the troops, not cards for them to send back, but cards to them telling them thank you for what they're doing and things like that. Then she has another organization she works with that sends care packages. And this one is really interesting to me. The group that sends care packages packages 500 boxes twice a year. And what they do is in that box, they decorate the lids or the flaps on the inside of the box with paper, and they use paper that's been decorated by people to say thank you for all you do, we love you, can't wait for you to get home, anything like that that is supportive and positive for our troops. And the dimensions of that piece of paper is 4 1/4 by 11. So if you're familiar with paper, it's half of an A2 size card. So it takes 9 pieces of paper to decorate one inside of one box. So I'm going to do 18 pieces of paper. And I want to show you kind of what I'm doing. This is one of them I've already done. This piece of paper started out just like this one, okay? And then I just decorated it with some stars and I just wrote thank you. And I'm going to do several pieces so that whenever they get these, they can put them into the box. Another one I did started out looking like, let me show you. It started out looking like this one. And then I used some stamps I had that say hero, superstar, you're the best, number one, you're amazing. So this will be one that can go inside the box as well. So I have those two already done. Now, there are pictures on Facebook that Brittany sent me of some of the ones that she has done. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to decorate a couple of these pieces of paper with you, and we're going to create a card that I will be sending over to one of our troops through this program. Now, we'll be collecting cards through March the 15th, and I'll leave the link and I'll leave all the information in the description. So if you don't want to join the group, which I totally understand, I'll still have all the information for what you need to do to get your projects to me by March 15th in the comment section below. So let's get started. First thing, I want to decorate some paper. And since I've already shown you these, let's do a different one. I tried to find really colorful paper from my stash. Like, I think that is beautiful, and I'll just do a little flip through. I just went through and found some bright colors and some things that weren't only manly, but some things that could work both ways. Because, you know, we don't have just men in our service. So I thought this would be kind of fun. So here we go. I'm going to decorate this one. And what Brandy tells me is the idea here is to make the package very cheerful, very bright. And I think it would be neat to just write on this one, maybe thank you for your service, praying for you, something like that. So let's see. I love these little bubbles. I think I'm just going to do thank you like this. Then I'm going to go back and do the little dots like I like to do. Here's the thing. You could do this like you're doing your journaling, or you could do this on your computer where you're playing with your fonts and things. You can have your kids do this. If you have a Sunday school class or a school class that wants to do something to send over, I think this is really a nice way to say thank you. It's basically like making a whole bunch of cards that go inside the package when they receive it. So neat. So I've just decorated that like that. And I got to tell you, I love this star stamp. This is from Close to My Heart. I don't remember the name. Let me see if I can find it on one of these packages. I don't know which is which. I think, let me see what the number is on this one. The number of this set is 3511C. And I don't see the name on it, but maybe that'll help you. So this one's 3511C is the name of this set. And I love this big, huge star right here. Show you how it stamps. It kind of has some text in it, and it just kind of looks kind of rugged. I like that, kind of distressed. And so I'm just stamping on here. Oh, I just love this star. It does so much. It brings so much to the page. And I'll show you this. I'm going to use these stickers in a few minutes for something that I'm going to do, but I've been using it as my backdrop back here. So if I want to stamp off the page a little bit, which you know that's my thing, I like to stamp on and off. So I can come down here and just have some little stars sticking up. Maybe one up there. And I have a little cloth next to me down here to clean my stamps on in between, because I'm kind of playing with a bunch of stamps. So this way it saves me time from having to put every single one away or having to get out a cleaner. I just have the little cloth down here. It's actually on my leg, so I just rub it across it when I finish. So this is the smaller version of that star. And it's not exactly, it doesn't have the text in it, but this one's pretty cool. Now, if you had some kids that like to stamp or like to play with your supplies, how fun would this be to just sit down with them and give them free reign to go crazy? And look, now we've created a little piece of paper that can be put into the box, and it says thank you. I love it. I'm going to keep going. Let's do one more together. I want to do the one using these stickers. Let me see what background I want for it. I like the red. Nope, I think I'm going to do this green. I like this green a lot. Okay. So I'm going to move my stamp stuff out of the way and show you what my plan is for these stickers. My idea is to use them to say thank you. So I'm going to start with that. And let's see, I'm going to put that kind of across the top. This one has little lines for me to use. That's cool. It kind of has a grid. Now, when I asked Brittany about this, she says there's no restrictions as to the materials that we use. You can use glitter, you can use anything on this part and on the cards. So there's no restriction. So if you want to go crazy and use glitter and all that, she says go right ahead. This is just something to let our troops know we are thinking of them and how much we appreciate them. Okay. So I'm just going to stick down the word thank you real quick. And somehow I peeled that one funny. I didn't get all the backer off of it or something. I'm going to glue it down a little bit just to make sure it stays in place. I don't know where I got these letters from. They are gray wood from Fancy Pants. This might have come from some of the stuff Miss Judy sent me, because she sent me so much stuff. They're very manly looking, this wood grain. So and I think I'll do you kind of right here. So there's thank you, and I have an exclamation point. I love exclamation points. Put one here, and then the little bottom part, like so. And then I think I'm going to use this purple marker again and put for your service. And then you're amazing. And I'm going to go back to my star stamp because I love it. I have a lot of other stuff too. A lot of other stamps, but I love this star. I just think it's very, very cheerful, very celebratory. So there we go. There's another one. So I'll keep doing these, and like I said, I'm going to do 18 because I want to have enough for 2 boxes. But this shows you how to kind of get started with what you're doing, or how to, you know, start doing something. Just thank you, we appreciate you, your service means so much, anything like that. Even if you just had your kids write it, it'd be so cute. Okay, so that is one part of the project. Now we want to make a card, and this card, like I said, is actually to send to one of the troops. So it's not for them, it's not a blank card for them to send home. It's actually one that we're going to create for them. And to be honest with you, I'm going to take my friend Sheila's advice. And Sheila says, never make 1 card, always make 2. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this craft cardstock that is 8.5 by 11. And I'm going to cut it down to 4 1/4 down the middle. So this will be a portrait style card. Like this. Go ahead and score that. I'm scored in half at 5.5. Now I have this piece of paper that did come in a stash from Miss Judy. This is Everyday Circus from Fancy Pants, and I love the red, white, and blue on this side, and then the stars on this side. So I'm going to use both of those on this card, and I'm going to cut a matte piece that's going to be 4 by 5 1/4. First, I got to pull my little army out there. Okay, so 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to start this way. And I'm going to use both sides of this paper. And I'm going to cut 2 of these, remember, because we're going to go ahead and make 2 cards instead of just 1. So there's one mat. And then here's the other. Okay, so I have 2 mats. And the other thing I want to do is I want to do like a banner piece that comes down the middle of the card. So I'm going to use the same paper, and this time I'm going to cut it at 3 inches. 3.5 or 3. Let's do 3 inches. Okay, let's split the difference at 3 1/4. There's my process. That's what I do. I just kind of talk to myself. Now, I know this is 5 1/2 tall, so I'm going to bring this to about 4 1/4. That will work. This will all make sense when I put it all together, because what's in my head, I hope, is going to work correctly. Alright, so my plan is, let me move this this would be the card. This will be a card base. Actually, I think this is going to be a card base on at least one of them. And then this one's going to be a banner that hangs down the front like this. I love that look. So let's go ahead and notch these smaller pieces. And I'm just going to come to the center of the page and just kind of put a slice upward. About 1/2 inch, and then come from one corner to that slice. That'll give me a little piece of a fishtail banner. This reminds me kind of a flag. And then there's the other portion. I need to trim that a tiny bit. Didn't do that very neatly. There we go. Alright, let's do the other one. I've had a lot of family that served in the military over the years, and I just think this is an important cause for us to let them know how much we appreciate them and what they do for us. Now I have another stamp set. Let me pull this one out. This is another Close to My Heart stamp set, and it has this ticket in here that says thank you, genuinely appreciated, and it says it twice on there, up and bottom, and I love this look for this card, so I'm going to put that onto a block. This color looks good to me, and I'm going to stamp this twice. I just dug into my scrap drawer and pulled that out. So I'm going to stamp it one time here. Like that. I love this stamp. And then down here. This one didn't stamp perfect right there. I'm going to go back and re-stamp that one so I have some really nice ones. I love that. Okay. Now I'm going to trim these out just using some fussy cutting scissors. And I tell you what I'm going to do first. I'm just going to cut them away from this paper first. I'm not going to use this one because, like I said, I don't like the way it's stamped. That. That. Now, because these are predominantly straight lines, I'm going to use my paper trimmer to do it. So bring this guy back over. And I can just line the stamp up with my cutting area of my trimmer, and that way I'll get a much cleaner cut than trying to do that myself with scissors. So just line this little guy up. And I'm just looking at the image, the edge of the image to line it up. This one. Okay, so I have the straight parts cut out. Now I'm just going to take my fussy cutting scissors and cut these little corners out. You really don't even have to do this. They look pretty cute like they are, but I think that'll really make the ticket feel of them pop out. Alright, this is my angle punch from We Are Memory Keepers, and I'm going to tell you, I have looked everywhere to find one to link to you guys, and I can't. So if you find one, grab it, because apparently it is gone. And Jane had said that on one of her videos that they were discontinuing it. So I'm just doing the angle punch on these corners. I just like it. I think if you're going to do a border punch for a more manly or, you know, military themed card, then an angle is a good one. Alright, so we have all of that done. And I want to put these on dimensional, but I'm going to put this down flat. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's fold our cards first. And I told you I was taking Miss Sheila's recommendation. Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady on YouTube. Sheila McShay, I think is what her channel is now called. She never makes just one. She always makes 2 cards, and I think that's so smart. And I've never really done that. I've always just made 1 card. But look how fast we're able to get 2 done. And heck, we could have done 4 probably just as quick. Alright, so let's put this one down onto the front of our card. that piece. And like I told you, this is a service project that we are doing on Hide His Word in My Heart. We're going to try to do one service project a quarter. Just some way to use our love for art and card making and do it in a positive way. And if you want to get involved in that and maybe you don't want to be a part of that group, I also have a Maymay Made It page and group. I'm going to put this on both of those pages. So either one of the Facebook areas that you're involved, you can go there and see what people are doing on their cards and their projects. Or you can just read the description below and get involved too and not have to have a Facebook or anything. Because what you'll do is you'll create your cards and you'll create your pages for the boxes. You're going to send them to me at my post office box. The reason we're doing this is Brittany doesn't have a post office box, and I didn't think it was a good idea, nor did she, to just put her address out there online. So we're going to use my P.O. box, and I will package them all up and send them to her on March the 15th. We just think that'll be the easiest way to do that. Alright, now I'm going to put some dimensional on the back of these guys. So yeah, just put your stuff together, whatever you want to send. You can just make cards. As a matter of fact, if you're not a card maker, they also accept letters to the troops. Anything to be positive and just let them know how much we appreciate them. They'll accept letters, so you can send those just the same. Whatever you'd like to send as far as the cards or the papers or letters. I got a little bit hanging off right here, and I don't like how that looks, so I'm going to trim that away. There we go. Let's put the other one on. And this little ticket, I'm going to put right here in the center. I just love how that looks. So there we go. We made 2 cards that quick and easy that we can write inside of. And we're also making our little pages that they can put inside the boxes like this. So whatever you want to send, if you want to do a bunch of these with a Sunday school class, if you want to do a whole bunch of cards, be sure that you write inside the cards to a soldier. You won't know if it's going to a male or a female, so just be sure to just tell them thank you and what they mean to you and what their service has meant to you. And then mail them to my address, which is below. The only other thing I want to ask you to do is this. If you are sending this for the project we're doing now, be sure to put on the envelope Britt's Troop Project. This is a service project for Brittany, and that way I'll know that that envelope goes to this project. And then when it's time to package them up, I'll put them in a big package and send to her. We may do 2 mailings because of the response, but if we do, as long as I get yours by March 15th, it'll go into that final package that I'll send out on the 16th. Alright guys, thank you so much for being a part of this and watching these cards today. I appreciate you being a part of this, and be sure to read the description below for any more details. And feel free to ask questions in case I missed anything, so be sure to put your questions in the comments. Talk to you soon guys. Bye-bye.